Hey guys, I'm Kordelya and these are my vibes. My vibes are Mexican-American. I'm from Houston and Monterrey, Mexico. I was born in the States, but grew up most of my life in Mexico. So I'm very Spanglish, and this new song that just came out called Hear Me Out is Spanglish. So all about my vibe. Hear Me Out is a track that I co-produced and co-wrote with my friend Jame. We met during this pandemic, so it just felt kind of right to talk about the distance and how everything is digital now, how we're doing all these interviews even at a distance. And it's kind of like a way of preserve this moment in time in like a song, in saying like, hey, do you hear, it literally like, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yeah, it's a really cool way of also talking about long distance relationships. So we kind of did it that way. And he's a little bit more comfortable in English, and I'm a little bit more comfortable in Spanish, so we kind of like combine forces in that way. And I love that. I love that he's just singing in English mostly, and I'm mostly singing in Spanish. So we're kind of also talking about like things that are lost in translation. And I love that it's just fun. So I'm really proud of it. So the visualizer is a very like down to earth kind of visual aspect of the song. It's exactly what the song talks about, and it's representing that in, I think, a very cool way. It's literally the phone. We wanted to make the red phone kind of like the focus. It has its own emoji, it has its own like significance, and it talks a little bit about time travel too, so I was really excited about that. And actually, James' girlfriend, Jame, was the one who worked on this. She DP'd it and edited, so we're really grateful. It was meant to be. It was very meant to be. Like, she just had this idea, and we both kind of understood each other of like what the song was trying to tell. So it turned out great. This video was shot right outside the Palladium in LA, so it just feels so nice to be able to include such a beautiful landmark in the video, because it also fits perfectly into the vibe that we're trying to convey. Like, we have like a 1950s phone, and it just made sense to have that kind of like old theater look to it, and the way that it lights up at night. It's just a beautiful location, so we're really happy to have been able to film it there. Well, there's like a moment throughout the day that it gets a little bit more busy, and we just had to, talk to people. Like, just came up to us like, what are you guys doing? Is this like a challenge? Like, people now assume that everything is like a social experiment. So they were really curious about that, but it was cool. It was cool to be able to talk about it. It's just like a visual of a song, and a few of them actually went to check it out. So that's cool. I really like to kind of give significance to every color that I use in every visual and every music video. I don't know, this song to me felt very connected to blue, and just in the same way as the album does. So it felt nice to be able to combine that in what I'm wearing and the artwork of the album itself. It just feels like blue can be interpreted in very different ways. And like sad, but also happy, like the sky, the ocean. I don't know, there's something about blue. The album artwork is blue because I've always liked blue, because it reacts differently depending on what color you add it to or what mood you add it to. And Mal Hecha is a lot about different type of moods. Every song is a kind of a slightly different mood, and it talks about a different imperfection that we feel like we have, or I feel I have. So I thought it was a nice way to just bring everything together with that color. Hey guys, I'm Kordelya. Follow me on Instagram at Kordelya with a K and a Y, and my other socials as Kordelya Music. I just put out an album called Mal Hecha Deluxe version, and I'm also gonna be putting out live music, live performance of those songs, including Hear Me Out. Thank you, mitu, for sharing my vibes, but don't leave yet, because my visualizer for Hear Me Out is about to play right after this.